What's up, guys and gals? It's Robonut, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through my Mandalore MOC. This took just over 2 weeks to build, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to start at the bottom, which is where I actually started building. I started from the bottom, worked my way up. So I started on this section first. I wanted to incorporate an elevator shaft looking thing with those windows to the right, and I think I did a pretty good job with it. I definitely wanted to include it because that's something you see a lot on Mandalore in both the concept art and in the show. And that's something I did throughout this MOC. I referred to a lot of concept art and, of course, the Clone Wars TV series to get reference material to build this MOC. Moving on to the right side of the MOC, we have another interesting section. For this section, I really wanted to include those, I'm not really sure what to call them. They came with a trailer set. I'll circle them on your screen, but they were like wheel guards or something. I don't know what they're called, but I wanted to incorporate them. I saw them and I thought, man, that would make really cool Mandalorian looking greebling. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and throw them on there and see how they look. And I actually think it turned out really nice, and it's actually one of my favorite parts of the whole build, so really happy with that. Moving on to a full picture of the bottom half of the MOC. As you can see, there's a lot of blockiness. Mandalore is very blocky. I tried to incorporate slopes wherever I could just to kind of break it up, and you can definitely see that on the top of the bottom half, which includes a lot more slopes than anywhere else. I really wanted to get that Mandalore feel with that area and kind of break up all the blockiness, and I think I did a pretty good job with that. There's a lot of cool techniques to get all those slopes there, and especially the oval pieces that are at an angle. I'm really proud of those. That's actually how that whole section came about, is that I actually designed those oval pieces, and I was like, man, these look really, really cool. Let's go ahead and use them. So that's how that section came about. Moving on to the top half, as you can see, it's just as blocky as the bottom half. I did want to include an angle in this part, so as you can see at the very top, there's that sloped angle, and that was something I really wanted to focus on including to kind of break up the blockiness, and I think it turned out pretty good. It was actually pretty hard to achieve. I had to fiddle around with the different wedge plates and all that, and the different hinges, and figure out what angles worked, and I think it turned out really well. It's actually pretty sturdy, even though it doesn't look sturdy, but I'm very happy with the result. You can see over to the left that I actually recreated the same window design that was down below in that little elevator shaft. That was something I decided to include, and I think that was a pretty cool addition. I actually rebuilt that wall like at least twice to get it looking good, and I'm very happy with the result. And now we're going to go to a drawn back picture of the entire MOC. This MOC is just over 3 feet tall, and I'm very happy with how it came out. I'm very, very happy with it. So now on to how I constructed the MOC. So as I said earlier, I started from the bottom and I worked my way up. This MOC actually was constructed in a pretty interesting way, in a pretty unique way. So what I actually did was I built the bottom half, and I built it with a pillar in the back corner, and I secured it with a lot of Technic, and then I built the top half upside down, and then flipped it over and put it onto the bottom half. And that was something that presented a lot of challenges, because I wanted to make sure that it was structurally going to hold and support the weight of the top half, because the top half is actually very heavy. I'll include the weight of the top half on your screen right now. I actually don't know it off the top of my head, but it's pretty decently heavy for a Lego construction. So I had to make sure that the bottom half could support the weight, and it worked out in the end, and I'm very proud of it. And yeah, so I think that's going to finish up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little walkthrough of my MOC. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and comment any feedback you have and any suggestions for the next MOC. And I'll see you guys next time. Robonut out.